Hello there, my name is Nicola White. I'm an artist and mudlark. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm heading out to Who Island on the River Medway in Kent, a place I love very, very much. Join me as I search for evidence of the people who lived here a very long time ago. And here is a little challenge. See how many species of bird you can identify in this video. Okay, let's go. Now, can you see what I have just spotted down there? It's in the centre of the screen. It is the tiniest little swastika by the looks of it. Look at that, tiny. What's that doing here? Wow, that's strange. The story is behind that. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but I've just seen a little bit of blue down there, and it looks as if it could possibly be the tiniest little bottle. And it is, look. Is it going to be in one piece? Oh, look at that. Yes, it is. That's so beautiful. Do you know, I think that these were used for some kind of laundry ink. I could be wrong, but that's absolutely perfect. Where's the sun? Do a little blue bottle in the sun shot. Perfect. Woo, strong sun today. Do you know what? I've just seen another tiny bottle, at least I think it's a bottle. Just down here, look. Oh wow, look at that. A stripy, blue, little tiny bottle. Almost looks like a test tube or something. Maybe for medicines. Gosh, it's incredible that it's still in one piece. Well, I've not seen one like that before. I'll clean that up when I get home. Glorious. There's another bottle alert here. It's in one piece by the looks of it. Is there going to be anything on it? Let's take a look. Oh yes, I recognise that one. Sloane's liniment. Sloane's liniment. If my memory serves me correctly, I think that was something that was given to horses as well as humans. Look at this. It's the neck of a huge stoneware bottle or vase, and it's got this huge stopper in it. Massive great thing. Oh. It's coming out. Whoa, look at that for a stopper. That is one big stopper. I've just come across another cute little bottle here, cute looking little bottle, and it looks as if it's in one piece, and I do believe it has something on it there. So what is this? Heinz. Is that Heinz? Yeah, Heinz. What did they make then? Any ideas? There's a lovely piece of cup here with the NAFI on it, Navy, Army and Air Force Institutes. Can you spot the glass bottle stopper? See it yet? There it is. Oh, and it's not green. It's a nice amber one, I think. Or maybe it's like an olive green. It's got to be a bottle stopper in the sun shot. Oh yes, now that is a nice one, isn't it? So who can see another bottle down here? A little beauty. And this one is lung tonic. Lung tonic from Hull, Our Bridges. I'm in an area where there's a lot of Roman pottery, and I don't want to get too excited, but I have seen the top of what could be a flagon here. It's just there. And so I would like to see what's going on underneath. So let's carefully remove the mud around it and see if there's anything happening underneath. I mean, even if it's just the top, it would be great. See the handle just there? It's very sticky mud. Well, I can see a bit of neck here, look. You see that? I think, yeah, look, it's the top. But hey, that's okay. Certainly not going to complain. That is so lovely. It's the handle and a little bit of the neck and a bit of the body of a Roman flagon. Isn't that fantastic? I'll give it a little wash and we can have a better look. I just wonder if there's any more of it down here. I don't think so. No, there isn't. Don't think so. Anyway, what's that? Oh, what is that? Is that a bit of it? That could be, actually. Could be a bit of it there, couldn't it? Can you see just down here, look, there's lots and lots of broken pottery here. It's probably just recently come out of this crumbling river wall. Look here. Actually, yeah, there's quite a lot of it, isn't there? God, it's amazing, really. Just incredible seeing this Roman pottery. It always just blows my mind, really. Look at this piece. It's got a lovely texture on it. There's something so old as sitting here waiting to be found. That's incredible. Imagine the people who last touched that pottery. It's quite incredible, really. Is that a big piece over here as well? Yeah, look, there's a big piece here. Oh, that bit's crumbling away. Quite amazing. Now, look what we've got here. Another lovely bottle. And this one is, oh, again, a lung tonic. Oh, it's broken. I hadn't noticed. But if it wasn't broken, that would be a lovely lung tonic bottle. Tonic for your lungs. I shall leave that there. Whilst I'm here, I want to go and pay a visit to my old friend Who Fort, over there in the distance, whose giant stone windows remind me of eyes constantly watching over this island since its completion in 1871. What changes it has seen. Built on marshy ground, the lower level is often flooded and impossible to enter, but due to the dry weather recently, I'm able to go inside to the heart of Who Fort, which was once home to the soldiers stationed here in the 19th century. Walking around the circular corridor, we see what used to be the accommodation blocks, the latrines, the kitchen areas, the entrances to the powder magazines. It's hard to imagine that this was once a hive of activity. Over time, nature has established itself here. Trees, moss, brambles, ivy, flowers, ferns and grasses. Just look at all the shades of green. In the absence of soldiers, the fort provides a home to animals, birds and insects. Protector of tawny owls, pigeons, oyster catchers and skylarks, to name but a few. As I climb up to the next level, I admire the Victorian brickwork, the arches encircling the centre. It's funny to think that the people who built this fort probably never saw how symmetrical and perfect it looks from above. I feel as if I'm standing in the middle of a giant kaleidoscope. Imagine if it suddenly started turning. look at this. I've got quite a few pieces of broken crockery with the Royal Naval Crown on it, like this one. But this one is particularly lovely. It comes from a cup and it's just framed really well there, isn't it? What about this piece here? Is there anything on the other side? Nope. Ooh. Nearly broke it then. You didn't see that, okay? You did not see that. Looks like a marmalade pot here, doesn't it? Oh, there it comes. A whole marmalade. But I'm interested to see what this bottle is actually. Old wine bottle. What's this? That's also a marmalade pot, isn't it? Oh, that's interesting. Some marmalade pots eroding out here. They did like their marmalade, didn't they, back in the day? Anything else around here worth looking at? Bottle stopper. Crockery. So much broken crockery here, isn't there? Broken tile. Ooh, really sunk then. This lovely green colour. It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh look, another marmalade. This one's broken. There's another bit of Royal Naval pottery there. Bottles. And look, another piece, just to complete the set here. Oh, I've got to pick this piece up. Just look at this. This is gorgeous. WR, which I think stands for wardroom. Perfect, broken in just the right place. Now, who can resist a nice anchor? Look, there's another piece of pottery here. Let's have a look. Per mar per terrain. Teram. Per mar per teram. So, Royal Marines, I think. Oh, now, what is this? Could it be another little tag? Oh, I hope so. Yes, it is, look. Like a little key ring or something. A little tag. Is that number 3? Yeah, it looks like it. Number 3. I love these. I'll polish it up a bit when I get home. The end of a spoon or fork, but look what's on it. there is there NACB, National Army Canteen Board. I think it's that, National Army Canteen Board. I sometimes get it mixed up with something else, but yeah, NACB. I've got some crockery with that on it actually. Property of NACB. Again, that will look nice, shined up, won't it? You know what, sometimes when you're visiting somewhere that's just so full of history from different periods of time, Roman, all this military history, it just feels a little bit, I don't know, like there's somebody or people here watching me. There's like a presence. I can't really explain it, but it just feels like I'm not alone. In a good way, that is. In a good way. Hi everyone, thank you very much indeed for watching. Well, I left you with a bit of a philosophical thought there, but you know, when you're in a place like that, which is so enveloped in history, you just can't help being aware of all the layers of the past that are around you. And so it really gets my imagination going. And I have to say, I would just love to be able to travel back in time to see what that place was like, particularly back in Roman times. I mean, who are the Romans that last touched these pieces of pottery? Isn't it just a magical thought? You know, these pieces of pottery remain 2,000 years later in some instances. The people are long gone, the people who made them, the people who used them. But here are these little fragments, evidence of past lives. And back in Roman times, on the River Medway, there were potteries and houses, Roman villas there. There's a lot of evidence on the Medway marshes of kilns, pottery kilns where pottery was made and no doubt sold. So this will account for probably a lot of the pottery that I find when I'm out on the River Medway. But first of all, before we look at these and some of the other objects that you saw me find, I just want to check in with you, find out how you're doing. How's life going for you? What have you been up to? I hope that wherever you're watching from in the world, that all is well, and that if it's not going well, that it soon will be. For my part, I've just got back from a holiday with my family. I was in the Channel Islands. I had a lovely time. My sister, my nieces were there, my mum, my stepdad, and we had a lovely time on the beach. We were so lucky with the weather. We did a lot of sea swimming, so I'm nicely rejuvenated now. I'm back in London. And I'll be going down to my local Lido again now because I love swimming in the sea so much. And obviously you can't swim in the Thames, or at least not in Greenwich and Woolwich. And so the next best thing is the open air swimming pool down the road, just to try and maintain that feeling of outdoor swimming. So let's get started and have a look at some of these objects in front of me. And this is the fragment of Roman flagon that you saw me find in the video. It's rather beautiful. It's got a lovely handle here with these ridges on. Obviously, I had hoped that I would find more of it hidden underneath, but there actually wasn't anything. And so I have gathered together a little collection of some of my other fragments of flagon here. And this one is actually rather similar to the one I pulled out. It's got a very similar handle. And this one's actually got the top bit here, the neck, which is in very, very good condition. This one is slightly different. It's a lot narrower. For some reason, I'm imagining that olive oil might have been kept in this flagon. I'm not sure why. That's just what I'm thinking anyway. And I've got two necks here without handles. Now this one is one of the ones which has been registered with the Portable Antiquities Scheme database, and it's a little bit wonky, and the Finds Liaison Officer thinks that this one was probably a reject. And then I've got this one here, which has got a pinch just there. So you see that unusual shape. So that is actually part of a Roman pinch neck flagon. So that's my little flagon collection down here. But of course, some of you will have noticed this one sitting here next to me. And if you watch my videos on a regular basis, you will remember when my friend David spotted this flagon just emerging out of the mud from the sea wall. And so it's absolutely intact and in one piece. It's absolutely beautiful, and to find something like this is rather amazing. And so I know some of you have been waiting for an update on this. Well, the Finds Liaison Officer at London Museum kept it for about 2.5, 3 years, and so I've only just had it given back to me. And so now I've got it pride of place in one of my cabinets. And it came with this incredible Samian ware plate. The two of them were found together, and like I said, they've been registered on the database. And so what the Find Liaison Officer has said is that they are possibly from a grave assemblage eroding out of the riverbank. It's a ring neck flagon dating from 120 to 190 AD. And if you recall, when I found it, this plate was right behind it. So I think the idea that it's from a grave assemblage is probably spot on. And how fortunate am I and David to have found them just at the right time, because a few days later they would have tumbled out and they would have been smashed to smithereens, and they would have ended up more like that. And I've got lots of Samian ware bits, and this plate would have just been broken in no time at all. So we're extremely lucky, and if the museum ever wants to display these or have them, obviously they will take them and display them. But for now, I am lucky enough to be looking after them. And you may recall as well that this is very, very special too, because actually on the plate there is stamped the name of the potter who made it almost 2,000 years ago, and it's roofing off. Absolutely astounding. So that's that for the Roman pottery. Let me move that just over here, and let's have a look at some of the other objects. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is the tiniest object I found. Can you guess what it is? Yes, it is the teeny tiny little swastika. So let me come over there a minute and give you a close look. It's so teeny tiny. Amazing, really, that I found it. So here it is. Here it is. And I wonder where this came from. Perhaps from a little tiny pin, and who wore it. I would love to know who wore this. Now, you know, we find a lot of military bits and pieces, including all that smashed pottery that you see me find there. And one of the reasons is because actually quite a lot of material was dredged up from around Chatham Dockyard and then dumped on the islands in the Medway, in particular Hoo Island. And so that is why there is a lot of broken stuff there, bits of pottery and bottles and glass, and presumably something like this. So it could have been dredged up from somewhere near Chatham Dockyard, which was obviously a very significant dockyard back in the day. But we will never know. But I would love it if you have any ideas as to where this may have come from. I thought maybe it could have come from a military uniform, but it's so tiny, isn't it? So I'm thinking maybe a pin is a better idea. But what do you think? Where do you think this little tiny swastika came from? So, as I said earlier, a real jumble of different types of history from all sorts of different eras to be found on the Medway, and years after the Romans were keeping food and drink in this type of pottery, the Victorians and people in the early 20th century were eating and drinking from these types of cup and plates, completely different from the Roman pottery. And so a lot of this is certainly from the Royal Navy or from the Army, in the case of the fragment of mug here from the Navy. Not only the Army actually, but the Air Force. We've got anchors and crowns, Royal Navy insignia. And we've got WR here, which I think stands for wardroom, so also from the Royal Navy. We've also got a piece here from the Royal Marines. And in fact, there's a really good website if you are interested in different types of military plates, crockery, mess plates, like I am. It's a really good website called Pirates Lair. And they have a big collection. I think you can buy some of it, but it's really helpful for identifying different types of military pottery. I actually love messware, and recently I received a plate from my mum and my stepdad for my birthday. Well, it wasn't that recent, it was last November. Mind you, time flies so quickly, so it feels really recent. But they gave me this lovely original Victorian plate, which is a Royal Navy mess plate, mess number 1. And so I'm very, very pleased with that. I still haven't put it on the wall, but it's on my list of things to do. There's this little tag with number 3 on it. So what was in number 3? Was it a drawer? Was it a box? Was it a room? What was kept in number 3? Then we've got the 3 bottles here. We got lung tonic, we got Sloane's liniment, and we've got Heinz. So let's start with Sloane's liniment. Now this was founded back in the 19th century, and it was originally for horses in the 19th century, and apparently it still exists today. And in some of the old adverts it says, kills all pain in man or beast. So if you've got aching muscles, maybe try Sloane's liniment. I'm sure that they've probably changed the ingredients, because I'm not sure that the original ingredients were probably terribly good, or maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, Sloane's liniment for aching muscles. I feel like I've got a little chemist shop here now. So that's Sloane's liniment. Lung tonic. Lung tonic. So this was a cure-all. It was founded or created back in 1874, and the main ingredients were chloroform, honey, and alcohol. So that's going to do you a lot of good, isn't it? It's going to knock you right out. And it says it's not for people, children under 6 months. But I'm not sure I would want to give my child of any age chloroform, honey, and alcohol. So I wonder how effective it was for the various illnesses that it claimed to cure. And then we've got this little bottle here, which is Heinz, and I believe that this comes from a hair tonic company. And actually I found a few cool little adverts. Let me just read you one. Seeger's hair dye, which was made by Heinz, and it says it contains no lead, no mercury, and no sulphur. So isn't that good to know? The other catchphrase I quite enjoyed seeing by Heinz is one which says, and this dates back to 1898, it says, if the sea should ever go dry, Heinz curlers can fresh waves supply. There you are, ladies. Heinz is what you need for those fresh waves. And Heinz, actually, when was it started? Let's have a look. The company was established in the 1790s. Manufactures also hairbrushes. So yeah, it's all kind of very hair oriented. And there is a picture of Heinz hair tint here. And I think probably this was Heinz hair tint. So a lovely varied lot of history here in front of us. Victorian, Roman, Georgian, and the like. And as usual, it's just a lot of fun researching it and then sharing it with you all. And perhaps you may have some information about some of these objects that you can share with me. So I think that's about it for today. Is there anything else that I wanted to mention? Yes, Nicola, there is something actually that I wanted to mention. This is future me inserting this into the video. Having watched it back, I realised that I totally forgot to mention the two tiny bottles that I found earlier on in this video. So how could I possibly do that? They're so exquisite. So firstly, the little blue bottle here, I'm not absolutely certain what it was used for. For some reason, I've got it in my mind that it was something to do with laundry ink. Maybe that's the case. Maybe it isn't. Perhaps somebody out there could confirm that to me or let me know what this tiny bottle was used for. And then what about this absolutely delightful, delicate little bottle that looks almost like a test tube with blue stripes on it? Well, I had thought it was something medicinal, but thanks to Marie from Old Father Thames, I have now found out that it was probably a vintage German perfume bottle. You can see an example here of one which was on eBay some time ago. And so that's just lovely to find that out. How on earth did something so delicate survive for so long in such a harsh, stony environment? Yeah, sorry I forgot that, chaps. Right, I'll get on with the rest of the video now. Back to me in the past. Soon the Totally Thames Festival will be on. That is on during the whole month of September. So I'll give you some details about that in a future video. I'm actually doing two talks this year. I'm doing one on the 10th of September in Greenwich, and I'm doing one on the 21st of September in Woolwich. So I will also give you details about that. But if you go onto the Thames Festival Trust website, you'll be able to see some of the events that are taking place. And there's always such an amazing array of events and exhibitions on during the Totally Thames Festival. Now, a few weeks ago, I did a little giveaway and I have yet to announce the winners. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go onto the computer, onto the site and do pick a winner and see who has won one of my little Thames pottery cards and also a little brooch made by my jeweller friend, Wendy Meister. So I'm going to do that now. So I'm on the YouTube random comment picker site. I'm going to paste the video here. There it is. Let's get the video. Select a filter. So I asked people to put hashtag tideline art. So I'm going to put that here. And let's see how many comments there are. Oh, there's quite a few, look. Oh my goodness. So now I'm going to pick a winner and we are going to see who has won the first prize, which is going to be the brooch. And it is Boa Bow Creations. Congratulations. So that is the first prize. Let's see if we can just do another one. Okay, pick another winner. Ready, everybody? You've got to be in it to win it. Oh my gosh, we've got Professor Greek. Now, that is so funny. I know Ari. Ari, you've won a prize. Hooray, you've won one of my cards. Okay, that's brilliant. Okay, great. Congratulations to the winners. Congratulations again to the winners. And if you can provide me with your postal address, then I will get your prizes in the post to you very shortly. You can get in touch with me via my website or via Instagram, which is at Tideline Art. And sorry to everybody who didn't win, don't worry, I will be doing more giveaways, and so there will be plenty of other opportunities. So thank you everybody for watching my video, and thank you for your input, your feedback, all your comments. It always gives me such a lot of pleasure reading your comments. It's lovely to know that many of you were inspired by my videos, and even if I don't reply straight away, I always do read through every single comment, and they give me such a lot of pleasure. And it also gives me a lot of pleasure that so many children are watching my videos and are inspired to search for history. So if you are one of those children watching, then let us know in the comments below, or ask your parents to write in the comments below to tell us what you have found over the past week or over the past month, maybe in the garden, in a field, in the forest, on the beach, wherever you search. You know, the thing is, as a mudlark, I'm always looking for things, and I do a lot of urban mudlarking as well, which means that I'm looking down at the pavement or the sidewalk, and you'd be surprised at some of the very fascinating things I've found on the sidewalk or the pavement. I'm not saying it's necessarily always a good thing to be looking down, because there are beautiful things to see when we look up as well. But I think when you're a mudlark, it's hard not to always be scanning the ground for things. So on that note, I think I will leave it and finish again with a huge thank you. And thank you to everybody too who has donated to my Ko-fi, and super thanks. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a really good week ahead, and do something that you enjoy doing. Take some time out for yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye. So I've been away for a couple of weeks, and I was worried that my little foxy friend was going to think that I had abandoned him or her. Now, my usual fox isn't coming anymore, and I think she may have died, sadly, but I think this could be one of her cubs. Hello, Poppet. Hello. Are you going to stick around and have some chicken? Hello. Say hi to everybody. You're going to be famous, a famous fox. Yes, look, you don't have to jump down, it's okay. You know I'm not going to hurt you. So luckily, I've got some chicken here. Look what I've got for you. Look, here we go. Let's put it out the fast food door. There we go. There you are, look. Lucky you. Go on, it's okay, it's safe. Lovely. Oh, one happy fast food foxy customer. Happy weekend, everyone.